run to make the score 24-0. Loudon, number 24, will attempt the extra point. Pozo gets it down. Loudon's kick splits the uprights with 1:44 left in the second quarter. It's 24-0. Make it 25-0 Central. 25-0 is the lead for Central Regional with 1:44 left in the second quarter. Kickoff will come from number 52, Robert DiPiano. Taken at the 28 and brought back. Number 72, Andy Colon of the Freehold Boro Colonials.
A little unusual seeing a lineman, but hey, get the ball and go straight forward with it. Straight ahead, 50 yards.
Colon brought it out to the 37. The clock is running with 1:33 left in the second quarter. Just to clarify that last bit of Central business, number 34 caught that 31-yard touchdown pass from Pozo was Walt Dudley. Dudley with two big receptions on that Central scoring drive 2 drives ago. Trabotica on a scramble takes a couple of whacks. The last one from number 56, Tony McCurry. But a nice run by the quarterback, Brad Trabotica.
Hey, get that! Well, heads up play by Trabotica. Gonna roll left. Has his guards pulling. He's looking to pass, but good downfield coverage. Tucks the ball away, gets it upfield. Unfortunately for him, here comes McCurry to give him a smack.
Clock runs with 40 seconds left in the quarter. Trabotica under a rush, something he's seen a lot of today. Flips it, and it's caught by number 31, Clarence Crenshaw, but he had it out of bounds. A good effort, though, by Trabotica, who felt the heat, Jim, got out of the kitchen, and was able to get rid of the pass. One more look.
Again, a straight drop back, but as you said, Mark, a lot of heat.
There goes
44,
right.
Steers. He's trying to get rid of that ball, get upfield. Crenshaw almost had it.
It sets up 3rd and 3 at the Colonials' 45-yard line.
Well, with about, 28 seconds to go, you might think end zone.
Hamilton is a wide receiver to the near side of the field. Doing wingback look with Cobb now in motion. Trabotica leaves the pocket looking for a block and gets out of bounds. A nice play by the Colonials quarterback trying to point out for his receivers downfield where he wanted the block to go. And that may have been designed as a quarterback draw because as soon as he got back 5 or 7 yards and felt the rush, Trabotica took off.
Well, Central's dropping back. They don't want to give up the touchdown. Yeah, he sees that there's open field, and he's a senior. A lot of experience, get upfield, and then to get out of bounds, real heads up.
21 seconds left. At the Central 44, 1st and 10 for the Colonials. Trabotica throws it down the sideline. It's going to be knocked away by number 12, Jason Pozo. Closest Colonial was number 89, Derek Hamilton.
Looking for Hamilton again. He had that nice grab. First quarter, he's 6'1", so Freehold might be thinking about go deep, let him go up and get it with his height. Trabotica drop back, just overthrows him.
Pozo in man-to-man coverage on Hamilton. 2nd and 10 at the Eagles' 44. Looking for Hamilton on the right side, and he cannot hang on. There's a penalty flag thrown, though, and we'll wait for the call. The pass was intended for number 89, Derek Hamilton, and the action drew a flag. You take a look.
Again, going after him. Trabotica to Hamilton. Hamilton does have this. Get the turnaround, a tough catch.
Pass interference will be the call against Central and give the Colonials a chance to go for the end zone with 9 seconds left in the first half.
Good things will happen if you throw it up. Pass interference or a catch. Get that first. Freehold needs a break.
The ball will be spotted at the 25.
Hard part here is that you shrink the field. A lot of big Central players standing your way.
9 seconds left in the half.
Again, look for Hamilton. He's tall, 6'1". Swoop it up there. Go get it.
Hamilton is flanked to the near side. Jeremy Berlew, the receiver, to the top of the screen. Trebonica, under a heavy rush, gets rid of it, and it's caught. But there's no time left on the clock. Clarence Crenshaw, number 31, came down with it for the Colonials. But that's the final play of the first half. A good one for the Central Regional Golden Eagles, who scored 4 touchdowns and will take a 25-0 lead to halftime. One more look at the last play. Trebonica felt a heavy rush from Steers 44. Knew he had to get rid of the ball and did. But Crenshaw makes the catch short of the end zone, and Pozo is there to cover him up. So that will do it for the first half from Freehold Boro. Coming up at halftime, dedication ceremonies for Cal Dean Wilson. Been along with Jim Hoos on a beautiful afternoon, and just a terrific ceremony that renamed the sports complex at Freehold Boro High School the Cal Dean Wilson Athletic Facilities. Very moving tribute to a great man and a real friend of TV 34, James Wasser, the assistant to the superintendent of schools in the Freehold Regional High School District, was the master of ceremonies. Our thanks to him and to the presenters. A real moving ceremony, and I'm sure that the people who were on hand felt it was a great tribute to Cal Wilson. We're ready for football, though, now, and Tommy Loud, number 24, will kick off for the Central Golden Eagles as the Freehold Boro Colonials try to climb back in. It's down 25-0. This is Crenshaw, bobbling but recovering. Clarence Crenshaw starts upfield and takes a hard hit. I'll tell you one thing, Jim. Central pursues, and when they get to the ball, they'll whack you.
Crenshaw takes a beating, trying to get that ball upfield.
So 1st and 10 for the Colonials as you take one more look at the kickoff return.
That shoulder pad, got to pick it up. And that pursuit, as you said, Mark, tenacious. Ooh, good hitting.
1st and 10 for the Colonials at their own 16-yard line. The quarterback is senior Brad Trebonica. He wears number 22. First play of the third quarter for the Colonials, and Trebonica comes out firing. Completes the pass to number 34, Rich Hallahan. I don't know whether or not Brad Trebonica was a big fan of Doug Flutie, but you don't see too many quarterbacks wearing 22. Flutie and Trebonica at least have that in common.
We pull out the magic number.
He'll need some here in the second half, down by 4 touchdowns, but a good start. A 5-yard completion to running back Rich Hallahan.
Hal, 25, Mark.
2nd and 5 from the 21. The Colonials had a hard time getting the running game going against Central's front 4 in the first half. Hallahan with the carry right there. Picks up a couple. It'll be 3rd and 2.
Right over to Silva, the center. Mark, a long halftime. The tribute. You get a little cold in the locker room. We'll see how both teams react. So far, Freehold came out. They're being productive.
Positive yardage on 2 plays. He'll take that anytime he can get it. But now on 3rd and 2, the Central defense will be coming hard. And here come the Golden Eagles. Tribotica on the quarterback keep. Knocked down by Dudley, number 34, but a first down carry for the Colonials quarterback. And a nice start to the 3rd quarter for Freehold Boro.
Well, Tribotica has been doing very well.
Good block from
running.
Hallahan,
Yeah.
34.
And he was getting yardage at the end of the second half, so that might be a way for them to get upfield.
Walt Dudley, 34, made the stop for the Golden Eagles. First down for the Colonials near their own 35. 9:40 left in the 3rd quarter as Freehold Boro tries to cut into this 25-0 Central lead. Quick toss. Dwayne Fulks looking to get outside. Can't do it. The ball dropped and skitters out of bounds.
Well, it was a great shot from the end zone. You can see both linebackers for Central. They shifted to the side of the play. So maybe the Central coaches know something, know the tendencies. They were there.
They've seen films. They've scouted Freehold Boro. Coach Earl Onis thinks he's got a couple of wide receivers and halfbacks who could catch the ball, though. And we've seen Tribotica try to go to a couple of receivers today. Hamilton, Crenshaw, Hallahan. Not for big yardage, but just trying to chip away. 2nd and 8. Steers coming hard, and this pass is intercepted by McCall. Brian McCall takes off and reaches the 30. And the 2nd interception of a Tribotica pass this afternoon.
Well, Tribotica just threw it up, and McCall's out there playing center field, free safety. Well, here we go with the replay. Tribotica drops back. We're not going to see the defender come into the picture. You can see the receiver looks back for the ball, but it's over his head. McCall had a beat on it. Nice interception. Good run back.
That brings on the quarterback Jason Pozo in the Central offense. First down at the 33. Pozo hits Parks with the pass, and Parks stopped on a nice tackle by number 31, Crenshaw.
Crenshaw, nice tackle. You see Fry, number 88. He's been getting pressure all day. He'll come from the right side, Pozo's blind side. But 75, Versa picks him up. They get it out to Parks. That positive yardage. Good tackle. Got to go to the legs. He's too big up top.
Gain of 9, 2nd and 1. The senior quarterback. Central averaging 33 points a game in its first 3 games. It only allowed 15 points in those 3 games. This one is picked off down the middle. Jim Vitola, number 32, took it right out of the hands of the Central receiver, and Pozo was looking that way the whole time. Vitola just stepped in front and picked it off. Nice play.
Like you said, Mark, Pozo was looking at his man the whole way. You got to look off because Vitola was out there. He just read his eyes, came across, made the interception. Just a great play on defense.
First down for the Colonials at their own 20 as you take one more look at this interception by number 32, Jim Vitola.
You see Pozo, he's looking all the way for his receiver. Never takes his eye off him.
Pass was intended for number 88, Zellman. The Colonials get it right back. So a trade of interceptions on the first 2 possessions in the 3rd quarter. Freehold Boro starts from its own 20. Tribatica's pass is going to be knocked down by Pozo.
Pozo got a hand on it again. Tribotica, you got to put a little zip on that ball because he's throwing it up. And Pozo almost came down. It would have been a heck of a catch.
Pozo's a guy that rarely, if ever, comes off the field for Coach Dan Duddy's Eagles. Quarterback and DB. 2nd and 10. Freehold Boro going into a win here in the 3rd quarter. Crenshaw ripped down for no gain.
Number 78. Nasty. Nice tackle in the backfield. Good penetration. Big kid, 6'2", 230. Getting the job done.
Actually a loss of a couple on the play to bring up 3rd and 12.
You see him taking that knee, getting a little breather, getting ready.
Paul Dasty's ready to charge to the middle of that line. This one is thrown up, and Pozo had it go out of his hands. Justin Pozo got his hands on a couple of passes that series, couldn't come up with the IM2. But we should see a punt from deep in Freehold Boro territory. Here's a look at Dasty's charge, number 78. Taking on the blockers.
They got to him that time, got to his legs. Hey, Mark, I thought quarterbacks should catch.
Yeah,
Right in his hand.
Pozo, as a DB, gets his hand on the ball, but just couldn't hold on for the interception. Mike DeLucia stands back in punt formation. High snap. DeLucia gets the kick away. It's short, and Central will come out of it with good field position in Freehold Boro territory. That was DeLucia's 3rd punt of the afternoon.
DeLucia didn't get much on it. And Central's just going to have great field position.
1st and 10 Eagles. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the winning 50-50 number.
Line of scrimmage is the Freehold Boro 31.
Total winning.
Clock running with 6:35 left in the 3rd quarter.
The number is 791927.
And whistles before this play can get underway.
We have an efficient timeout. Again, that winning number is 791.
Central coming into this game with a record of 3 wins and no losses. The Golden Eagles had a record of 5-4 last year in Dan Duddy's first year at the helm. And now in his 2nd season has the Eagles off to a terrific start, 3-0. And 2 quarters or quarter and a half away from their 4th straight victory.
Also, the greater Freehold
I
area.
think you can really see on Central that they each player is taking their own destiny into their hands. You know, these guys know what they want to do. A lot of leaders out there.
1:30 between games. All former players.
First down at the 31.
And board members.
And here's Brian McCall. McCall is grabbed and tackled. By number 53, Mike DeLucia. So a nice play by DeLucia.
Stayed at home. Came back in, make sure nobody gets outside him. Makes the play. Good tackle.
McCall got 2, but he had to earn it. 2nd and 8 at the 29.
And off to
McCall once more with a lot of running room. He keeps moving that pile. Brian McCall, who rushed for 87 yards a week ago with 3 touchdowns in Central's win over Freehold Township, doing a job one more time.
You see, it's a good block up front. And Versa is in front of him.
There's a Freehold Boro player down. Now getting up.
There's McCall. Got his bell rung on the end.
We'd also like to congratulate
Some of the fans on
the
hand.
Freehold girls tennis team, who yesterday won the Beat South Championship.
A great crowd on hand today. Freehold Boro High School.
Great job.
And the newly dedicated Cal Dean Wilson Athletic Facilities. I'd like to see the Colonials come up with a couple of points in the 2nd half and make this one a bit closer. Right now it's Central, which has the advantage with a first down at the 10-yard line. I believe the Golden Eagles can pick up a first down just at the 1. Pozo's toss is caught for a touchdown. Number 88, the tight end, and that's James Zellman with a 10-yard touchdown reception from Pozo.
Right over the middle, over the linebackers. Lofted up. Zellman goes to get it. Real nice execution. Good blocking up front. Take the handoff. Put your tight end in the middle of the field and get the 6.
Loudon will be on to attempt the extra point.
Extra point.
And Loudon's kick is no good. 31-0 is the score.
Oh, you saw the late call.
But a nice pass play from Pozo to Zellman to get it into the end zone and give Central that 31-0 lead. Following the Freehold Boro punt, Central took over at the Colonials 31. 3 plays, 31 yards, and a 10-yard scoring pass from Pozo to Zellman. Pozo's second touchdown pass of the afternoon. He earlier threw one of 31 yards to Walt Dudley. At that point, it was 18-0. McCall and Zellman have since scored, and Coach Dan Duddy has got to be pleased with the job being done by his offense today, moving the ball well and putting points up on the board.
Key thing, you haven't seen those mistakes.
Crenshaw and Vitola back deep for the Borough. Loudon to kick off. And high and short, and this is fumbled, and that'll be Pozo, I think, who had a chance to fall on it. Let's see who came up with the ball. The Colonials got it back. It looked like Pozo, 12, may have had a chance.
He had it, but Crenshaw, 31. You know, that ball will come out. Crenshaw's had some problems today catching it.
One of his upbacks actually stepped right in front of him.
He got it. That's right, Mark. Number 82 come in, try and get it. Got to call him off. That could have been disastrous. Central did get in there, but that old pigskin, hard to grab.
So here's the offense with Trabotica again. Colonials going to the ground on 1st and 10.
The Freehold pulls both the off guard and the off tackle. They go around end.
Sophomore halfback Dwayne Fulks, 33, had that carry.
So that before, if they can get outside, they can get something going with the running game. The problem's going up the middle. Central's very big. You both guys pulling around, get outside and get the yardage.
2nd and 3. 3.5 minutes left in the third quarter.
Trabotica.
Brad Trabotica, the quarterback, keeps it up the middle.
A lot of white jerseys up front. Like 78. Dasty again.
Number 70, Jason Montero, also in the middle of the defensive line.
A lot of big players up there.
Was good for a first down.
Trabotica picked up the first down. So the Colonials have moved it out near the 33-yard line. Real coach Earl Onus in his 20th season here at Freehold Boro High School. Sent one of his players, one of his former players, Scott Conover, on to the NFL, the Detroit Lions. That pass intended for Derek Hamilton, number 89. Incomplete. That'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Hamilton was open. Trabotica just didn't get it there. Wide open in the flat. Those short passes, that's in there.
There's a sophomore that looks like he's got some talent for the next couple of years. Derek Hamilton made that nice one-handed grab on a pass that was thrown high in the first half.
Somebody to watch.
2nd and 10 with 2:55 left in the third quarter.
Side handoff to Jim Vitola.
Vitola, number 32. For a short gain on 2nd down.
In the middle, you see Montero again, number 70. 78 Dasty. Helping each other out, those big defensive tackles.
Pickup brings up a third and 8.
Colonials in their last game a week ago against Manasquan lost at 35-14. They threw for over 150 yards against the Big Blue, though. Didn't do much on the ground, but Tribotica had a nice afternoon, going for 150 yards. Under a rush and brought down. Number 44, Mike Steers, has been in the Colonials' backfield all afternoon and gets the sack. Quarterback Brad Tribotica. A nice job by the 6', 190-pound senior Mike Steers as he breaks through the line and comes hard.
Right up the middle, on a stunt, blitz, throws the running back off.
That's a mismatch against Charles Cobb, number 27. Steers comes like a steer and was able to pick up the sack. DeLucia on to kick it away for the Colonials. Hirschland will take it at the 45 and be thrown down by Hamilton, and there's a penalty flag down. Derek Hamilton, number 89, with a hustling play on special teams for the Colonials. And let's look for the call. Clipping against Central. So Hamilton came up shaking his head, but don't worry, Derek, it wasn't against you. A nice play and a flip against Central will set the Eagles back a couple of yards.
Sorry, Mark.
31-0 here in the third quarter. Go ahead.
No, just Hamilton came up high. And he tackled. And he might have thought they called a face mask. Don't worry.
To thank Kareem Cobb, our ball boy. He does a great job all season long. How about a nice hand for Kareem?
The Central Regional, after the penalty, will start this drive at its own 31-yard line. Just a great day for a football game. Mark Rossman along with Jim Hoos. We're usually stuck in a musty old press box, but today plenty of fresh air up on top of the TV 34 truck and a great view of things. Here's Mike Steers. Steers doing it on offense and defense today for Central. He had 35 yards rushing in Central's victory over Freehold Township a week ago and had the first down call, picked up about 6 to set up 2nd and 4 to 37.
So all of Central's running backs have the talent to get upfield. Bruisers.
That ball is still loose, and everyone's going for it, and the Colonials come up with it. It looked like it was going to be a counter play, and the ball got knocked out of the hands of Pozo, and the Colonials were able to fall on it.
Well, the counter takes so long to develop, it's got to be quick, and if you're a little slow, the defensive back can get a lot of penetration, especially right at the point of the handoff. That's what happened, a fumble.
And the Colonials come up with it at the Central 35. There's a former Freehold Boro player, Dave Hunt, now on the coaching staff for head coach Earl Onis. Another former Colonial, Rusty Mays, also on the coaching staff. Here's Dwayne Folks trying to sweep right in. Folks picks up a very tough 1 yard before he's brought down.
Well, again, trying to get outside.
At the end of the third quarter, ladies and gentlemen.
And that carry by Folks will be the final play of the third quarter. It'll be 2nd and 9 for the Colonials at the Central 34 when the fourth quarter gets underway. Best field position for Freehold this afternoon, and the Colonials will try to get on the board when we return. 31-0 is the score as the fourth quarter is about to begin. Central Regional currently in first place in the Short Conference B South Division. 3-0 overall for the Golden Eagles, 2-0 in the division as this day began. And the Golden Eagles in good position to win their fourth consecutive game. But Freehold Boro still trying to salvage some pride, has it 2nd and 9 at the Eagles' 34-yard line. Quarterback Brad Tribotica sets the offense. It's a draw to Hallahan and nothing doing. Central's D was there.
Number 44 steers again. He had the sack. Les set it down. Comes up big with another play. Then you can see how long that play took to develop. The draw.
Also on the play brings up a 3rd and 11.
Dan Duddy in his second year as the head coach of the Golden Eagles. With his assistants, Mike Clementi to Duddy's right. Coach Clementi, the basketball coach at Central. Also works with Coach Duddy and the football team. 3rd down. Trebatica's pass is away and knocked down. Knocked away by number 34, Walt Dudley. And that'll bring up 4th down for the Colonials.
Dudley's got a pair of hands. I'm surprised he didn't come up with that one.
Already has a couple of receptions today, including a touchdown. Dudley got in there, was able to knock it away. Mike DeLucia, number 53, is on the punt for the Colonials. Travatica is the short man, so let's keep awake here. Snap goes to DeLucia. Trouble handling it. Able to get a foot on it and kick it out of bounds near the 35.
The Central was dropping back. No rush. They just want to get the ball and start running with it. And, difficult snap to handle. But heads-up play. Lucia got it away.
11 minutes, 6 seconds left in the 4th quarter.
Will take over 1st and 10 on their 35-yard line.
Central takes over at its own 35.
Central just wants to, or would really want to just pound it out, eat up about 7 minutes, end this game.
This has been a very productive Central offense in the first couple of weeks of the season. Looking at some of the overall team offensive numbers. As this one is Steers breaking clear up the middle, and Cobb drags him down at the 30. A great run by Michael Steers, and that's why Central came into this game with nearly 750 rushing yards in 3 games, because guys like Steers can take it up the gut for a huge gain.
Great blocking up front.
35 yards on this carry by Steers. Charles Cobb, 27, had the speed to run him down at the Colonials' 30.
I almost misspoke myself. They might score a little sooner.
1st and 10, Eagles at the 30.
Straight dive.
Hand off to Jeffrey Sandberg.
Keep pounding it out. That's Central's game plan.
Pick up a 3, a 2nd and 7.
It'll be